Hi guys, welcome to tip number 7, and tip number 7 is sleep. Now, I'm sure you know that sleep is really, really important, especially for athletes. And if you, Eoin Lacey is actually a well-known Irish personal trainer, nutritional expert in Ireland, and he says that all processes in the body are hampered if you've got lack of sleep or you've got low sleep quality. So as an athlete, if sleep is a problem, your training is not the priority. This is. And you must get this right if you're going to be improved as an athlete. Everything else, your training will go by the wayside, and especially your recovery. So sleep is really, really important. Now, there's a whole host of problems come with sleep. I want to talk about how good you feel, the feel-good benefits of sleep as well. That is really, really important. So I'm going to go through a lot of ways in actually how sleep can make you can improve sleep basically. So, but sleep, if you can imagine, if you after you've had a good night's sleep, you can imagine how good you feel. You feel like you're ready for the world. You're ready to take on the world. You feel light on your feet and you're ready to attack the world. But if you've actually had a bad night's sleep, you can imagine you're not going to feel great. Likelihood you're going to feel lethargic, and you're just going to feel tired. And there's not going to be that many optimism to face the day. And I know plenty of people around the world have that, and plenty of athletes do that. They put their training above getting good night's sleep. Really important to prioritize this above your training if you're not getting good quality sleep. So here's how to actually make sure you get good quality sleep. First of all, make sure, for most people, I reckon that for me especially, getting to bed before midnight, or well before midnight, the more time before midnight is better. So between 10 and 10:30 is really, really good. So something that for me personally over the years I've struggled to get to bed early, but it's something that really benefits me, and it will benefit most people. People's circadian rhythm is different. Sometimes some people are better going to sleep later, but if you're going to sleep better, you've got to actually just test and experiment to see what works for you. And for most people, I think it means going to bed earlier than later. So as longer before midnight as possible. What you eat before you go to bed is very important. I'd eat well in advance. So I'd actually eat early evening, 6 to 7 o'clock, to have your main meal, rather than later at night, because the body needs to actually make sure that it can digest the food. What you eat is important as well. What are you eating the right kind of meal, the food? White meats and fish are best at nighttime because they're going to elicit and help the production of serotonin, which is a feel-good neurotransmitter that makes you drowsy and relaxes you. So you want to have white meat, and like poultry, turkey, and fish is always the best. Also have some good carbs as well. Carbs are also perfect for actually activating serotonin as well. And also have your vegetables, and salad for me is really good because it's high in magnesium. So green salad and maybe nuts as well is a good light snack or addition, side order with your meal. So make sure you get your green veg and especially your salad in there. Another thing that's going to be very beneficial is gratefulness. Now, I've found that actually the more grateful you are and the more you've had more kind of happy things and you're having more fun during just before bed, the better your sleep. So you want to make sure there's plenty of ways you want to do that. You want to get a grateful log. So you've got a kind of book that you write in every night what you're grateful for. Anything that's small, anything, however small it is, however large, everything through the day that you're grateful for that happened. So, and you write it down, and you start off each day, I am grateful for each sentence, and you get to 10, at least 10. This will help you put your mind in a more positive state to actually get a good night's sleep. The other thing is having fun with whoever you're living with, having a laugh, having a conversation with it, good positive conversation, not arguments or anything like that, but good positive conversation. That is really, really good. Now, it's best to do this. That's going to elicit more gratefulness than it is if you're on the phone looking at social media, looking at this. So you need to make sure screen time is limited to, and basically you stop using artificial screens an hour and a half to 2 hours beforehand, or at least an hour. You've got to have some time where the body winds down and escapes the green screen, because we spend a lot of time on there. So that's basically get your gratefulness up, good conversation, good laughter, good socializing with whoever you're living with, whether it's a partner, whether your parents or whatever the case is, and get the screen time down. The other thing as well is magnesium. Get a good quality magnesium supplement is great. Now for athletes, magnesium is really important for muscle contraction, so it helps in that, but it's also for stress relief as well. So get a good quality magnesium. You can get it online. The best ones are getting online. What you get in the shop is not going to be good quality magnesium. Go to something like iherb.com and get a good quality magnesium there. Avoid magnesium oxide. That is not a good quality magnesium. Get a magnesium that's ending in ATE. Like for a combination that works really well for me is magnesium threonate, magnesium orotate, and magnesium taurate. And I had a combination of those. They used to get a kind of a supplement that had a combination of those, and that worked really well. So you want to make sure you get a magnesium that ends in ATE. The other thing that you could use is a magnesium spray that you can actually spray on your inside of your elbows or inside of your arms where the skin is nice and thin, or the back of the knee where the skin is nice and thin there, and that basically bypasses the digestive system. So if your digestive system doesn't work as well, then the spray will actually just bypass the digestive system, go straight into bloodstream. So that's a great way of doing it, and it's really effective, that. And finally, I'm going to end with the most obvious ones. And funny enough, the most obvious ones are the ones I just forgot about, which hence the cut in the video. But the final ones I want to talk about to help sleep are breathing, which I've talked about previously ad infinitum before. Breathing is a great way of just slowing down the body and relaxing the body and bringing around stress relief. So obviously you need to learn properly to breathe correctly. If you got to this stage in my channel and you haven't learned to breathe correctly, you can get the video here. This is one of my most popular videos. So learn to breathe there, and just to slow down. Slow breaths is actually what is best, is making sure that in through your nose, a pause at the top, and then gently exhaling outwards. That is what really helps, brings down the stress level. And the final one is meditation. And meditation, as you can imagine, would really help clearing the mind of worries, thoughts, as mostly, and bringing your body into the present moment. That really, really helps me, and it obviously helps everybody else, and it's been known for stress relief as well. I talk about an easy way to think about meditation in mind and body connection. You can get the video here, and it's a more simpler way of actually think about meditation without going through the rigmarole of the usual kind of meditation. But if you use what works for you, use whatever meditation works for you. I'm open to anything as long as it works for you to bring down and brings about better sleep. So make sure you prioritize this. Again, if you're an athlete who's getting bad sleep and still trying to train hard, you've got your priorities wrong. Concentrate on this, get your sleep properly. Otherwise your training is going to go by the wayside, you'll get injured, and your mindset is going to be affected as well. That's it. So if you've got any other ways that help you get sleep, any other tips that you can add, then add them in the comments section below. If you've got anything to say, if you've got anything to say, please add the comments below. I'll try and reply to them. And for now, it just leaves me to say thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.